The world of Egadon is engulfed in turmoil. Gods fight against gods, and the Riftwalkers are caught right in the middle. On their journey to bring the Heart of the Void to the crown of Egadon, its peak, and activate it, they were accosted by many different forces. Most recently, by a band of sanguine rogues and rangers who ambushed them in the night and took them hostage, carrying them or leading them through the dark forests where they had encamped. They brought them underground, through caves and winding passages, the only one conscious for the ordeal being Brynjar. And by the end of this long walk, all were interred in stone and iron cages. Now, as perhaps morning comes or the sleep spell wears off, the lot of you find yourselves waking up. It's dark. Your eyes are not yet well adjusted as you open them and see little to no light. Only Brynjar, still awake, sitting by the bars of your cell, can offer you any sort of bearing.
Are we all in separate cages or are we together in one?
You are all in one cage.
Okay.
However, Luna is not with you.
Well, this is not ideal.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Rubbing the daze out of his eyes from this spell that had been put over him, Rolandir hears Brynjar kind of greeting them. Brynjar, did you just wake up earlier than us, or have you been conscious this whole time?
Never even went to sleep.
And kind of now looking at the surroundings a little bit more clear. Where are we then? Where did they take us?
Well, that is a bit of a mystery as well. Their potato sack didn't smell very good.
As you kind of come to your senses, waking up, looking around, there is a single sanguine standing outside your cell.
Seeing the sanguine coming more into focus, Rolandir will approach the side of this cage closest to them and just say, "Who are you? What do you want with us?"
She gives you a strange look, looking you up and down, and she notices your sanguine arm. And she cocks an eyebrow as her eyes flit to yours. I could ask you the same questions. You're an interesting-looking one. I figure that is why the Master would want to see you all. You have a strange air about you. What is your name?
I am Rolandir.
Rolandir what?
Just Rolandir. The Godborn of Sindor. I think that has replaced any identity that family names typically give someone.
I would say so indeed, Rolandir, Godborn of Sindor. You may call me Corio den Hexameria, or Corio for short. She walks a little closer to the cell and almost leans in conspiratorially. I will admit something to you. I am not exactly supposed to be here right now. I am in between shifts, and the guard on duty has not yet come to his post. But I wanted to see you all awake. As I said, you have an interesting air to you, and I wanted to get a better feel for it. Before, well, you know, they did away with you and all.
I'm sorry, did what?
Well, Quel Shalas is going to take you to the Master, and I assume he's going to, well, execute you.
Who is this Master? I've heard them mention that before they took us, and now you reference them. Who are they?
Well, he's... And then you hear, Corio! What are you doing here? It is not your duty yet. Go back to the bunks. Of course. And she just looks at you and whispers, perhaps we'll talk again, Rolandir. Godborn of Sindor. And she scampers off. And an older sanguine, who's a bit more gruff, has a bit of this, like, pale, almost translucent hair in a bit of a stubble and almost into a beard, looks at you and goes, get back from the bars.
And Rolandir will just gently raise his arms away from the bars we've been holding it and takes a couple steps back.
I will say, I do not know who you are and I do not rightly care. But I will tell you this, make whatever peace you must with whatever gods you choose to worship. The Master will see you soon, and in that time, I fear your lives will come to an end.
Well, you know, it's funny you bring up gods into all of this. I imagine that your god will not be too pleased if it is true what Cario has told me is going to happen when we go to meet your master actually happens.
You speak of Sadie's Or, who you are the godborn of, no?
That's correct.
Yes, we know who you are. The Master has told us. He has told us who all of you are. We are more than well aware. But we do not serve Sadie's Or. We do not serve the governing virtues. The soul giver of the sanguine, Sadie's Or may be, but he was not and is not the father of the governing virtues. No, we serve the virtue of bones here, Vael.
Oh, Vael, you say? Well, in that case, when can we see him?
Are you really that eager?
I imagine it's inevitable one way or the other, so I delay it.
This sanguine guard kind of just gives a huff and then takes out a key ring and says, You know, I guess there was no stipulation as to when you should be brought to him exactly, just soon, so why not make soon now? Very well, I will unlock the cage, and you will proceed down that hall, and he just points in one of the directions. The door at the end will take you where you need to go. Is that clear?
Clear enough.
The rest of the doors will not work for you. I suggest you do not waste your time in trying. So with that then, the guard steps forward, unlocks the door, and just takes a step back and beckons you outward.
Rolandir again takes a look back at the rest of the group and kind of raises an eyebrow and shrugs his shoulders.
As far as I'm concerned, we do not have time to delay.
A moment. Before we blindly walk down and follow this fellow, obviously there is some sort of trick or trap awaiting us. Why else would they leave us with all of our possessions? Have we learned nothing from the instance with the coin?
And what do you propose to do about this trick or trap that we are not aware of yet?
I assure you, the guard says, there are no traps. We simply know that even with your weapons, your attempts would be futile in escape. Please, down that hall. And no, I will not be following you, and you shall not be following me.
So what is to stop us from killing you before you can alert any others, and making our escape?
Yeah, my life matters little, next to not, actually, in the grand scheme of things. And as I said, the doors are inoperable to the likes of you. In fact, I think you may find even in attacking me, your efforts would be entertaining, at the very least.
Rolandir feels the urge to try attacking this guy, but he suppresses it.
Good. Character growth.
Character growth.
Responding to Vamok and Val, this conversation, Rolandir says, I really think it's our only option to go forward and through this door. I think we'll handle things as they come, looking at Vamok. And if it really is, I'm assuming this is more to present ourselves to the Master. Is that correct? Rolandir says to the guard.
More so that the Master, I believe, has some words to have with you before your heads are separated from your bodies.
Yes, as many times as you tell us you will kill us, it will not make a difference. Shall we go?
Please, be my guest. I am in no means to stop you.
Uh-huh. Val will walk out.
Rolandir's gonna just kind of hesitate, looking at the guard a couple seconds longer, and then follows Val out.
Vamok looks displeased with the entire interaction, but he will also go.
Mick's still a little dazed, but will also follow the rest of the group.
Bernier will head out the door.
Walking down the hall, following this guard's instructions, you go through a small door and enter a much larger chamber, again in the fashion of this cave. Natural stone, glistening and wet. A strange skylight shining down in this circular area. And you see there's a bit of a platform on the terminal end that's raised, as it was chiseled down, and on a makeshift throne, more of just a decorative chair, you see Vael in the form that you've come to know him in, lounging in the poses that you've oft seen him in. And as he waves you in, and you kind of gather in front of him, he says, Now, before we go much further and get to right dirty business, I did just want to say thank you. To you, Mickey, to you especially. It was quite a treat, sitting in your pocket and talking to you on the road there. A little stint as a coin and an old man always makes for a fun jive.
Vamok smacks his forehead with his hand.
Mick gets this face of glee on her face and goes, well, I'll be damned. Vael, that was you.
Of course. I'm surprised you didn't recognize the trademark mischief.
Another smack to Vamok's forehead.
Yeah, Val is massaging the bridge of his nose.
A lot of you, as this conversation is happening, you notice that the guard has come in behind you and shut the door, and that there are other sanguine lining the perimeter of this room, just keeping to the shadows, honestly barely visible, but among them you do recognize Quel Shalas, the one who ambushed you in camp, and not too far from him is Corio, the young guard that was speaking to Erlandir. Vael continues, Now, unfortunately, our fun came to an end. Your little group here is quick, quick, to accrue power, yet altogether reluctant to use it. And at the same time, a gift horse is brought right to your side and you look it in the mouth. Disrespectful. Do you know how much good and bad luck was stored on that little coin? Centuries of it. Could have made Egg himself slip on his ass and crack his skull if you really tried hard enough. But no, through and through, you are a distrustful bunch of insufferable know-it-alls. Your way or no way, it's tiring. So dreadfully tiring. Please, I beg of you, my old dear compatriots, give me one good reason, just one, not to kill you all right now. For you've made it so very clear in refusing my gifts, in going against all my tests and plans since we've met, honestly, that you are still out for the good of Egadon as far as you believe, which I might rightly say has always been, and of course is currently, contrary to my goals. So I plead, beg, for one good reason that I shouldn't kill you.
Do you not find us entertaining?
No, no longer. You've scorned me. You've hurt me, Val. Don't you know? All of you have, in your own little ways. You know, long ago, I think we could have been friends. Friends in the sort that I am your eternal master and you are my slaves that serve me like chattel for all eternity. But friends, nevertheless. One can be friends with the broom that he sweeps the floor with. I don't see why not. Does that make a man mad? Perhaps. But I've never purported to be anything but.
Val will look to the others like, I got nothing.
now wait just a minute, Vael. Before we give you our reasons to spare us, don't you have to admit that you've benefited from this group here? You can't deny that, please.
Oh, but Mickey, I can. You see, I thought things would go one way, that you would deal with the ethereals, as we had, I believe, talked about. Leave them for me, but no, you've gone and turned them against each other. You've made the whole world mad. Do you have any idea what's going on out there?
Inform us.
Everything is falling apart. Don't you understand? The ethereals held together all that made Egadon. I wanted that. But now I don't get the chance to take it from them. Because you, goody little two-shoes, have gone and started some righteous crusade against the sour bunch of them. No, I'll tell you this. They're all rotten. Your patrons, each of you, Sindur, Tentivore, Delegast. I hate them. I hate them all. And you're nothing but their pawns now. A shame. A true crying shame.
If I may ask, what exactly did you think was going to happen? That when this group was approached by their god of murder and schemes, that we would say, sounds good? And by killing us, I am not sure what you hope to achieve. Do you also believe that somehow you can overcome the ethereals, whoever comes out on top, Egg himself or his brother Heir, I doubt that even you could muster enough power to do away with them yourself.
As the god of murder, Vamok, I know there are two ways things go. The one is smooth, calculated, premeditated. The other, well, they call it a crime of passion, you see. And right now I'm feeling quite passionate. No, hot-blooded anger. That's all that drives me. I don't care what comes hereafter. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tear you to pieces. I'm going to rip the skin from your bones and your souls from your bodies. And I will force you to call upon that precious little spark of intent that, yes, I know, binds you to those right ethereal bastards. And you'll kill them for me. You'll kill them to keep yourselves breathing. Because, in the end, you're predictable. You're selfish. Because that's what you'll do. You wouldn't sacrifice yourself for something, someone greater. No. No, you won't.
If I may interrupt this wonderfully planned oration, Vael, I think I might have a potential deal we could strike. Another bargain, as it were. You see, you know very well that we have something in our possession which you very kindly led us to, gave us the location of, the direction to go, and it is our intention to proceed on that journey, to use it. Now, someone as equally as selfish and, well, self-righteous as yourself, I don't see why we can't create something for you in whatever new world we end up forming that, hell, your own realm to rule over, people to control, whatever. Something completely separate, though, from whatever Egadon will become, but something of yours, nonetheless.
You see Vael stand from his chair, tilt back his head, and just let out a long breath and shake out his hands. Let the anger fade, the wrath dissipate. It's not a bad proposal, Rolandia, but I'm afraid I hold a few more cards than you. So if we were to set terms here, they'd be set by me, and I'd have you swear on them.
I'm all ears.
First of all, I'd love to know, what do you plan for the hereafter? Should you make it to the crown of Egadon in the first place?
Vael, you know us better than that. We haven't the faintest idea. We'll decide that when we get there.
The truest thing that has ever been spoken.
But believe you me, we will make it there, and we will do something.
I have no doubt you'll do something, whether it'll be good or bad or just straight up asinine. I can never say. Possibly a combination of all three, leaning toward the latter.
Perhaps. But please, if you have additional requests, or, as you say, terms to stipulate, then, kind of motioning his hands wide, please lay them before us.
First and foremost, which one of you actually holds the damned thing? I wish to see it.
If you had to take a guess out of which one of us would hold an incredibly powerful artifact that we still have no idea how to use, which one would you say it would be?
I'd say the Elverette covered in nervous sweats.
Why has this become the sticking point? He's just a teenage boy. I have it, yeah.
Then, show me.
How about the trade?
Of?
Where is Luna?
Oh, your little godless. Yes. Oh, you wish to see her, and I can see the heart?
Physically in the same room, yeah.
Very well. Quell, fetch her. And you see Quell Shalas give a little bow and leave the room. And then for an agonizing, silent minute, you wait until you hear a clack and a distant creak and then footsteps pattering back. And then Luna is brought into the room. She looks disheveled. Her clothes are torn and bloodied. Her face is scratched. Her hair is matted and covered with leaves and blood. It looks like she was running through a thicket and fell and got beaten up and, well, lots of things. And you see that her hands are bound in front of her with shackles that seem to be made of some sort of crystalline substance that give off a faint, kind of reddish purplish glow. Here you are, your good little godless. She's had a rough night, so please, let's not make things any harder for her, shall we?
I would appreciate it if you would treat anyone with respect.
Do you know, good gods damn who I am? Respect.
I do, and I don't find it funny.
I do. I find it hilarious. Look at me laughing, Val.
You don't seem to be laughing to me.
And he kind of just twists his hand in the air, and this spasm courses through Luna, and she and falls onto her knees as you see this, like, reddening pain strike up her arms and into her face. And then Vael just flicks his wrist the other way, and she gives out a big breath and relaxes, panting on the ground.
You disgust me.
Good.
Val will say and take the Heart of the Void out. He will not, offer it. He will just hold it up.
Why, Val, that's the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me. This is it, then, is it? He says, stepping forward a bit, not coming close enough to be even within range of taking it, but giving you a wide berth to at least give the impression that he's not going to try and take it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at, kind of crouching and then standing and peeking over a little. A strange thing. Strange. Awfully queer, yes. The way it moves without moving. Its facets and crystals and little cogs and whatnots. I don't quite understand what I'm seeing. That is not a thing of Egadon. No, not at all.
That is sort of the point of it.
Yes, I suppose so. Very well. A deal, then, we shall strike, yes? A bargain, now that I've simmered a bit.
I think we would hear your terms, at the very least.
I suppose in this new world of yours, there will be death, yes?
Most likely. Rolandir says he who had also drawn closer to Val as Vael had gotten,
I appreciate
in whatever closeness. And he, kind of standing a little bit off to the side from being between Vael and Val.
Yes, yes. Most worlds have it, I imagine. A natural proceed from life. Well, let's put it this way. I want to rule over death. Not death in and of itself, no, not that immaterial thing, but rather those who pass, those who move on to bigger and better. I want to be the one that watches them go, that ferries them over. I don't even have to be the final arbiter of their destinations, no, I just wish to be in the interim, to have a spat of fun with them before they're lost forever.
To what end?
To what end? To satisfy my own sick, selfish desires, what else?
Really, Vael, you could have one wish with the most powerful substance in the world, and that's what you wish for?
To be the god of the dead? Yes.
And Mick kind of shrugs her shoulders and kind of steps back or looks away from Vael.
Because I've deduced at least one thing. That in this world of the living that you shall create, there will be no room for gods. No, I doubt very much that there'll be any room at all. But that's for the living. As for the dead, why not give them to me?
It does not seem entirely unreasonable to me.
And our original deal can still be upheld. For when those good ethereals pass on their mortal lives in this next world that you shall craft, they will fall into my hands, and perhaps they will stay just a little bit longer than the rest.
In exchange for this, would you also offer your assistance to us in creating this world?
I will not come out of open conflict with your masters. You must understand I will always pursue my own goals first and foremost, but I will speed you on your way and give you assistance. For if I cannot get my hands on Egg's throne, this is the next best thing.
Frankly, assistance could be as simple as staying out of the way.
Oh, I'll do much more than that, I assure you.
Perhaps a slight adjustment to your proposal. I have no qualms with allowing you to, whatever it is, toy with the ethereals as much as you need to, but perhaps a certain limitation of duration for the others who pass on to be under your eye.
That is an agreeable term, I believe.
And slowly nodding his head, more to himself than anyone else, Rolandir looks between the others. What do we think?
I think perhaps we should be more specific with our side of this deal, but frankly, I don't see any other way out.
Oh, we'll get very specific, Val. We must put things in terms. We must make a pact, you see. One that, if not fulfilled by either party, will lead to, well, consequences.
Specific, as always.
Very specific, yes. Very well. He extends a hand toward Val, and he says, "Then, my terms. Upon your use of the Heart of the Void, any one of you, not just the one with whom I make this bond, you shall appoint me, Vael, the steward and god of the dead and the afterlife, to watch over and ferry those souls that leave the mortal realm to whatever comes next. There they will be interred for a time, judged on their merits in their mortal existence, and the former ethereals and realities will have special provisions set by myself to keep them there as long as I see fit. Your terms?"
Before we move on with our conditions, Vael, where will you keep the dead? Is that up to you to decide?
In a realm akin to the one I held before.
The way I see it, perhaps there should be some limitations. Although we've benefited from the presence of the dead, as we did in the Twilight Eternal, I'm afraid of the opposite, of them wreaking havoc, even under your command.
And under my stewardship, they shall only come into this realm and out of it into the hereafter. There shall be no spirits, no souls, no what have you, living, dead, otherwise, that pass back into the mortal realm under any circumstances.
What are the specifics of the time limit on non-ethereals?
Dependent on their merits in life.
And who judges these merits?
I'll leave that to you. I don't rightly care.
Yes, I think that is something we can determine on our way. But I agree, it should be an external party to our good steward of the dead, he says, motioning towards Vael.
With every word that Vael speaks, you see this sort of rippling energy, reddish in hue, swirl around his head and neck and shoulders, and down his arm and kind of twirl around his hand and fingers, almost pulsing with each added sentence, basically like a floating contract.
An additional stipulation from our end, that the Lord of the Dead, as it were, shall have no minglings, interactions, or influence with the living.
Deal.
This makes me so nervous. There's nothing good is going to come out of this.
Yeah.
Famak, Brynjar, I would like to hear your thoughts as well.
I have never met him before, nor do I trust him. My dealings with Vael have been very limited. I do not think it is the best course of action to give him something that he specifically wants.
I disagree. While he almost certainly has some ulterior motive that he does not make known to us, a deal with him is best for both parties. If we forego this deal and give him nothing, then he takes our lives and perhaps in turn becomes destroyed or not, who knows the future, by any of the remaining ethereals. But this way he is placated and we are able to continue on our journey.
Yes, although I agree with you, Brynjar, that it's not the ideal image that we'd had going forward. Like I said before, we didn't have the best idea of what we were going to do going forward.
Come now, any more terms? You're muddling the pact a bit.
Yes. The only other thing that I would add is Luna's immediate release.
A sly smile creeps across his face. Very well.
And in terms of our conditions, I would propose that your power be limited to what is said in this contract. You cannot gain more power through your holding of the ethereals and anyone who yields power in the dead. Do I make myself clear?
Very, and I accept.
What happens if this contract is broken by either party?
If either party does not carry out the terms of this contract, the terms of this contract being that you, the holders of the Heart of the Void, with whom I make this pact, implement your intent upon the world by using its ancient machinations and magics, and put me in place as the steward and god of the dead. If those terms are not fulfilled, you will die upon using the Heart of the Void.
And I would assume that should any one of us break this contract, then all of us will pay the price.
Yes. And should I find a way to circumvent your rules in the hereafter, then I forfeit all gifts granted unto me.
Including your life.
Including my life, yes, Val, yes.
So, we have defined your part of the bargain. Now we can define ours, what we gain from this contract. I feel that your assistance is rather vague. How exactly do you plan to aid us?
I will, as proposed, stay out of your way and wage my wars and campaigns mostly against the ethereal forces from which you do not derive. I will give you passage through the deeps as far as they may take you toward the crown of Egadon, and I will gift you one of my top lieutenants to aid you in your quest until its completion.
How close will these caverns take us?
Unfortunately, not that close. You'll still have a good ways journey ahead of you, but you'll have another sword at your back.
Is it possible for you to provide us with another veil of intent?
What are you proposing, Val?
It is a question, it's not a proposal.
And where exactly would I get this well of intent from?
From yourself or your other connections?
I feel if I would put myself on the table, then there's a slim chance that you would use it and kill me before the terms of our contract could be completed, which I would say would not void the contract, and would therefore make your part of the deal unable to be fulfilled, and therefore kill you. So, I guess it wouldn't be too much harm.
And conversely, if we were to meet our end and become unable to complete our end of the deal, would that also not void the contract, and you would be unable to assist us in the completion of our goals, as you have promised, and then you too would be dead?
It would seem so, yes. But as I said, as it stands, I don't fare very well against egg or air or your lot. This is just the next best thing. I've always been one to dig up from the scraps. I'm used to it by now. But I'll take everything I can get.
That actually provides some measure of comfort to me. One stipulation that I have: you will not spy on us.
I'd reject that stipulation by mere merit that I must keep tabs on my own lieutenant who travels with you.
Very well. Then, provide us with a means so that we may keep tabs on you.
You have my lieutenant. Her intent will be linked to me, and she can tell you what you need to know.
Very well. Then your lieutenant cannot lie to us.
That is not up to me, nor you. This pact is between you, your group, and I. Her blood is not in it.
Realizing that he's saying her and not him, potentially referencing like the gruff guy, Relander just says, "Who is the lieutenant in question who would be joining us?"
Why, I would like to press into service the young Coriodan Hexameria. She seems rather eager to go along anyway, isn't that right? He snaps at her, and she, who had been kind of fawning over this whole ordeal, just like stands, snaps to at attention, and gives a curt nod.
Now looking to Vamak, Relander just says, "I agree to her accompanying us. I believe that should provide equal assistance, both from his information on us as well as our information on him."
As for your stipulation, Val, I shall not provide you with an infinite sum of intent, no, for no thing exists, nor one that would compromise myself or Farah or Natanda. However, I will allow you to access the wells of intent, as limited as they may be, no thanks to your own efforts, of Destira, Takata, Uodum, and Yazera, the Vaelors that serve me now. Will that suffice?
It is better than nothing.
Then, and he just puts his hand a little forward again, do we have a deal?
Whoa, who wants to shake his hand?
Oh, he's holding it out in front of Val, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Of course he is.
You wipe the sweaty palms. Agreed.
No, I'm shaking his hand full sweaty palm. He can have the cold, wet, clammy hands of Val Mesulisel. Val, will look back at the others for, a final affirmation from all of them.
One final thing. As part of your assistance, give to us a gemstone. It can be a ruby, a sapphire, a diamond. Whatever you please, but it may prove useful.
All right, very well, very well. Unless one of you would like to learn the fiddle, shake my damn hand.
Wait, before that, to ensure... Sorry, please, I gotta milk it for all you
Mick,
got, baby.
I would actually like to learn the fiddle.
Please instill in me the ability to play the guitar.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Anyways, before we shake, to ensure our safety and survival to the crown of Agadon, we would require a protection spell, perhaps, to ensure that we will not die on our way up there.
I have given you the intent of 4 Vaelors. You can cast your own petty spells. I refuse.
Worth a shot. I liked you better before the fall of Agadon.
The fact that Mick liked him at all.
As Val is glancing around back in kind of these final proposals, Relander just gives him a final nod. I think that's everything.
All right. Val will shake hands with Vael.
As you grasp his hand, this swirling red energy, these tendrils of light and blood, in fact, clasp on your interlocked hands and up your arms and then dissipate. And Vael just shakes your hand and then releases, wipes his own hands and says, "Very well, then it's a deal. And best of luck to you. I hope for your sake that none of you die at the end of all this, for you've just made it so you can never come back. Now, please, leave, will you?"
Happily. Which way?
Corio will show you out.
Val is going straight for Luna.
Luna coughs, sputters on the ground. She wipes her mouth where there's a string of blood running down her lip, and these crystalline shackles just fall into sand at her feet.
Are you all right?
No, but better now.
Good.
Help me up?
Yes, absolutely. Val will help her stand.
She does so shakily and glares at Vael, and he just gives a little finger wave.
Ugh.
That bastard.
He hurt my girlfriend.
Imagine if that was Val's voice.
Thank goodness it isn't.
200 episodes of that.
As everybody walks away, Mick will look back towards Vael and will say, "To remember better times," and will flick a cut towards Vael.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Remember how you were a coin in my pocket?
He catches it out of the air and then holds it to his lips and just blows on it, and it goes to dust.
Man, this guy's using intent like he's got an infinite supply.
This guy sucks.
The theatrics.
And he says, "Fare thee well, Mick. I really do wish you the best." And he just smiles devilishly.
And Mick will look at him and say, "See you in hell, Vael. Toodaloo."
And with the deal struck, you begin your trek upward and onward and outward from the deeps and vales and the sanguine realm, back to your quest to bring the heart of the void to the crown of Egadon.